Good evening, WAFL fans. This is the Commissioner of the World American Football League, Cameron Irvine, and welcome to our 2011 press conference. I'll be reading from a script that I prepared just so we do not forget anything. So, without further ado, here we go. On behalf of the World American Football League and our sponsors Dell, Logitech, Toshiba, Sony, EA Sports, and Justin TV, who make our league possible through their growing technology, welcome to the 2011 press conference, announcing the agenda for the WAFL's 2011 postseason, off-season, and 2012 plans. While we can't, if you see my friendly companion there, she is maybe joining us tonight. While we can't finalize all current time details, we will do our best to give estimates of when these events will take place this summer and fall, and what owners should expect. Without further ado, let us begin. First, the WAFL will discuss the All-Star Game and the Championship Game. Before we unveil the logos, I would first like to talk about the logo design contest. At this time, I would like to say that if you want to read along with this press conference, you can download this document through Microsoft Word on the WAFL website at this time. We had in between 5 to 10 entries into this contest, in which I am very much grateful. Graphic design is hard work, and it takes a lot of creativity with any graphic artwork that is done. So let me congratulate all designers that sent in works of art for the league office, but unfortunately you can't all be winners. The winner of the design contest has not yet been told, so it will be a surprise to all. First, we will discuss the 2011 All-Star Game logos and game procedures, including All-Star voting. Ladies and gentlemen, 2011 All-Star Championship and Championship WAFL logos. Beginning with the championship logo. And finally, the All-Star logo. We will get closer to you so we can give you a look at those. And we will tack them up on the wall here for you. Before we proceed, I'm sure all of you are loving the view, well, of my ass. The logo art was made by our own Eric Barkley of the Queen City Corsairs, and the logo features, instead of the WAFL globe, a flower in the middle, symbolizing Honolulu, Hawaii, with the All-Star and Championship Game font arching over the design, with the two stars representing the two conferences. The 2011 All-Star Game will take place 1 week after the Championship Game on the weekend of June 10th, with a date and time to be determined at the start of the playoffs. 2011 All-Star Field will have the All-Star League logo at midfield, and will have WAFL on one end of the end zone and All-Stars on the other. The All-Star uniforms will feature white helmets with a red, white, and blue stripe and the conference logo. The jerseys will be white with the primary color of the conference, with the other color, blue or red, as a slight trim color. The pants will be the color of the conference with a white stripe. All uniforms and field art will be available on waflfootball.com after the press conference. All-Star voting will take place when the playoffs begin, and owners can submit their one ballot at any time from the end of Week 16 to the time just before the second round begins. The All-Star ballots will be posted on waflfootball.com and will include a selection of players that the WAFL front office has deemed to have All-Star worthy seasons. Only owners will be allowed to vote for All-Stars, with the exception of one other member of the WAFL community as the fans ballot, due to the WAFL wanting a fair vote of people that were with the league from the start to the finish this season. The ballot and how many players will make the ballot has not been decided on at this time by the front office committee. The 2011 Championship Game will take place in Honolulu, Hawaii, and will play the weekend of June 3rd, with a date and time to be determined at the start of the playoffs. 2011 Championship Field will feature the WAFL Championship game logo at midfield with WAFL in one end zone and Championship in the other. The two teams participating will be required to change their home stadium to Aloha Stadium and change their field art to what has been mentioned previously. Teams participating are also required to use just one team logo, as the second logo will be the championship game logo. For both teams, the primary logo must be the championship game logo, and their secondary logo will be the team's logo of choice. This is so each team can wear championship logo patches on their jerseys, and so the home team can have a championship logo at midfield during the game. Besides the patch, the 2011 uniforms are the owner's choice on what the team will wear during the game. During the championship game, the WAFL is currently putting together an effort to air the top 25 greatest Super Bowl commercials in the last 10 years during the broadcast, and will select the three main advertisers as the official sponsors for the 2011 championship game. This project is currently in the early stages, as the details will be released in the coming months. At halftime, the commissioner will announce the planned 2012 expansion teams, not teams to be relocated. That will determine at owners' meeting number 1 during the off-season, in which owners will take a vote to allow that team to move to a different location. Other halftime ideas are still in the works, and the league welcomes suggestions on how to make the championship game as memorable as it can possibly be. Now, some minor notes on expansion. The majority of the next topics info can be found on the teams page of waflfootball.com. Expansion prospects can immediately begin sending in requests to join the league as soon as the press conference has concluded. Fans that want to apply for ownership status must have a logo with original colors and uniqueness, a color scheme, and a team builder link provided. Having a roster ready as planned is absolutely not necessary, because your team will have all new players by next winter. An owner hopeful should also discuss his plans for his team and his opinions on league matters in the email sent to my address at CameronMIrvine@yahoo.com, and be ready to participate in as many ways he or she can in any and all WAFL activities from today until next season begins and beyond. Prospect owner must be committed to joining the WAFL family. Not only must this be done, but to ensure commitment, I will ask for prospect owners to leave a phone number, as everyone should know mine by now, 210-473-8428. And I will be doing weekly calls to owners that want to join for status updates and check-ins, only to ensure that an owner is indeed committed. The process will occur from the date of application up until the June 3rd weekend decision. The deadline for submitting your 2012 application is Monday, April 4th. We have a strong group of owners this season. We want to make sure that is possible in the future. Future owners can participate by joining the forum, chatting with other owners during broadcast, or just in the chat room in general, keeping in close contact with me about their team's ventures, creating and fulfilling an in-depth website, and if a future owner so desires, and any other ways that could be thought of. Prior owner status will be taken into consideration, and Western U.S. expansion gives owners a 1% increase in receiving a 2012 team, but it is not necessary. A better application not in the Western U.S. will be taken over a worse application to join the Western U.S. A team can be placed anywhere in the world in our league, despite NCAA football's constriction on country selection. If a team registers past the deadline of April 4th, they will be placed on the waiting list. Now on to off-season owner meetings. Owner meetings have been a custom for the WAFL because in our position, being in different countries, cities, states, across the world, being able to meet in one place and chat online about the rules and regulations of our league, a business meeting, has been very beneficial to our past and will be in our future. This off-season, there will be 5 owner meetings, one in each month beginning in June and ending in November. There will be a 6th meeting in December to discuss any last-minute business and discuss questions and comments on the 2012 season. In these owner meetings, topics will include team relocation, rule changes and additions, ideas on how to better our league and the technology involved in it, and more. Owner meetings discussions will be determined at a later date when it becomes apparent what needs to be talked about at each meeting. These owner meetings are set for certain weeks of each month. Those weeks are June 26th through July 2nd, July 24th through July 30th, August 7th through the 13th, September 11th through the 17th, and November 13th through the 19th. Meetings do not last all week, just a couple hours on one day. The dates have not been finalized yet, as this outline is just an estimated date. Owners are strongly encouraged to attend, as your voice is heard more at these owner meetings than at any other time. These meetings get things accomplished, and the less people and ideas that are in the room, the less that gets accomplished. These may not be flashy events, but are important to our league as a whole. New owners for 2012 are strongly encouraged to attend. So, now we will get into the off-season movements that owners must participate in, gearing up for the 2012 season. We will do that after a short break. First up on the off-season events is tagging players. The NFL has what they like to call the franchise tag. Well, the WAFL believes that having franchise tags are almost like sports slavery, and that's not what tagging players means to our league. Owners become attached to certain players, certain storylines, and certain play styles of their players. To ensure that an owner has his core together for as long as he wants, WAFL will allow each owner to tag 4 players of their choice. Tagging a player ensures that a player will automatically be reassigned by the team, and that player cannot become a free agent or take part in the expansion draft. Owners will have 2 weeks to post their tagged players and should give their tags much thought. Any other player will be able to be put into free agency or in the expansion draft, so owners should choose wisely who they most want to keep. The estimated time period for this event is June 12th through the 25th. As a side note, the point cap will not change. Each team's